Well, welcome to the tapping circle. Some of you are brand new, and this is where we tap on a specific thing. Each tapping circle today is body boundaries. And body boundaries can be sexual boundary violation, or it can just be somebody coming into your room without knocking, somebody looking at you strange, somebody commenting on your clothes or your hair, anything that makes you feel, even a look that will make you feel uncomfortable, like you've been violated, somebody crossed the line. Does anybody have any questions before we get started, or anything they specific that they need to tap on? I'm sorry, Paulette. Paulette, you're unmuted. Did you want to say something?
No.
Okay, you need to mute then. Thank you. Does anybody want to say what they think a body boundary is? My question could feel like a violation of a boundary. Was anybody triggered by that question? You can just raise your hand if you like.
Yes, I'm Mary Jane Hart.
I'm Mary Jane.
And the minute you said it, I felt myself cringe and pull in
Mm-hmm.
and wanting to hide.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so, yeah, it is, and it's the negative comments I've had. Oh my gosh, you really brought those up. Okay. I am loving this course, and I've just done the 1 week, and I love the echo tapping, but the body boundaries is huge for me. I even dress to hide. Yeah. That's a huge issue for me. Yeah.
Even a question can cause you to tighten up and feel that violation, that's fear.
Yep.
I thank you for sharing that, Mary Jane. Anybody else have anything? Go ahead, Kelly.
I just had a question. So, I mean, in general, I feel like I struggle with people pleasing. So I was curious if you've ever heard of like people having body boundary problems with themselves. Like for example, on
Kelly,
immediately
you're breaking up.
like, oh,
Kelly, Kelly, you're breaking.
sorry, let me go over the camera.
You might need to turn your camera
Is
off.
that
That
better?
might help. We'll see.
Is that better?
Go ahead.
Is that better?
I can hear you.
Okay. I just had a question on if you've ever heard of anyone having body boundaries with themselves. Like as far as like I had made a commitment, like I was talking to a supervisor, I made a commitment that I knew I didn't want to keep. So I was just curious if you've ever heard of like having body boundary issues with yourselves, like with yourself.
Does that feel like a body boundary for you?
It does, because it's like in my head, I had committed, like, I'm not gonna do, XYZ this week because I don't have time. Like, I want to be able to give myself enough time. And I made a commitment that I knew it was going to put more pressure on myself. Does that make sense?
Yeah. And if that caused you to feel what?
Well, angry at myself, number one, and then anxious because I had just made a commitment that I knew was going to put more pressure and stress on myself, because it was like my natural instinct was to be a people pleaser instead of, having those boundaries to say, no, I don't have the time this week. I want to leave myself room to be able to tap or, just to breathe, instead
And
of
you
adding one more
violated
thing.
your own boundary.
Yes. So
You're
how do we
answering your own question.
Oh, but how do we tap on that? Like, do I take my younger self and then take my adult self and then tap from the perspective of my younger self?
Say that again.
Oh, I just was curious, like how to tap on that exactly.
The same way we tap on anything, any violation, you tap on it the same way. We'll go through it and we can put
Okay.
in whatever words you're feeling, because I'll leave a space for you, because some people are feeling fear, anger, anxiety. There's a whole bunch. That's what I'm doing right now is I'm trying to listen and hear what each person brings up. You put people pleasing.
Yes. Thank you.
So okay. Yeah. Thank you for sharing that, Kelly. And if you can keep your camera off if you need to if your internet's unstable. Okay, Brooke, yes. There was a question in there. Negative comments about your body from other people and yourself. You're violating your own self, yes. Is that what you were asking? Okay. And then Jennifer. She answered your question for you. Good old Jennifer. We'll put you in charge of the chat, Jennifer.
I do what I can.
Okay. So anybody else have any questions or anything they want to share before we get started? All right, I am not going to be looking at the chat until after. So if you have a question that's really, I mean, you can't go on without it, put your hand up for me, okay? Because it's distracting when I'm leading the tapping to check in on the chat. Now, it's good to see a bunch of old faces, not old, familiar faces from before, and lots of new ones too. This is great. This is great. Okay. So boundary violations. I want you to think about a time when somebody said or somebody did something that made you feel uncomfortable. And if it gets too intense for you, make sure you keep your eyes open, keep your feet on the floor. And if it gets really bad, find a color, pick a color and look around the room and find all those colors to get yourself back into your body. Okay, because sometimes body violations can cause you to really get upset. And I don't want that to happen. And there's a lot of people here for me to be able to watch all of you. So if you find that you're getting too emotional, going too deep, those are the things I want you to do. Okay? Feet on the floor, open your eyes, pick a color and find all of those, any object that color in the room. Okay? Got it? All right. All right. So think about that violation. Somebody said something. Your mother may have said, you look like crap in that, or a man walking down the street whistled at you. Those can be violations and they can trigger some deep, deep issues. Okay? Somebody just walking in the room without knocking, brushing up against you. Those are all violations. They cross the line. So think of what yours is, something that bothers you that you want to clear. Okay? Let's take a deep breath in and release it. Okay, now you can adjust this to fit whatever emotion it is for you. But tapping on the side of your hand. Even though they crossed my boundaries, and I feel violated, unsafe, angry, ashamed. Let's put your word in there. I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though I feel this emotion, because my body boundary was violated, I choose to honor my feelings and reclaim my power. Even though I feel this emotion, because my body boundary was violated, I choose to honor my feelings and reclaim my power. Okay, tapping through the points. Someone crossed my boundaries. I didn't feel safe. That wasn't okay. I feel angry. I feel sad. I feel ashamed and confused. I didn't give permission. They violated my space. My body is mine, and it's safe to honor how I feel. My feelings are valid. I have a right to boundaries, and I can reclaim my sense of safety. I didn't deserve that. I'm allowed to say no. I'm learning to protect myself. I choose to heal. I choose to take back my power. I am strong, and I am safe in this place. So I'm reclaiming my space. This is a safe place to do it. I trust my body's wisdom. I honor my boundaries. I choose peace. I'm enough. And I deeply and completely accept myself. Take a deep breath in and release it. And shake it out. Okay, let's keep going. The tapping is designed to help you process and heal all of these violations. It can involve inappropriate touch, invasive presence, any situation where physical or energetic boundaries were crossed. That's a violation of your boundaries. So we want to acknowledge it, validate it, and then emotionally process it, bringing safety to restoration and empowerment. So that's what this tapping will do for you. I want you to feel free to adjust the words or phrases based on your personal experience. As always, when we tap, what the facilitator is saying may not really be what you're feeling. So just change it to what you feel. Okay? And then I'm just a guide here. All right. So take a deep breath in and release it. Now think about that violation. It may have, your number may have come down with that little tap we just did. But I want you to think about your number. How high is it? And let's tap. Everybody doing okay? All right. Tapping on the side of your hand. Even though my boundaries were violated, I still carry pain and confusion about it. And I deeply and completely accept all these feelings. Even though someone crossed the line and I didn't feel safe, I honor my body, my right to choose, and my healing process. Even though I felt powerless in that moment, I choose to reclaim my strength. I am open to feeling safe again. Right, tapping through the points. Someone crossed my boundary. They didn't ask, and I didn't consent. My body wasn't respected. It felt wrong, but I didn't know what to do. I froze. Or maybe I fawned, and that's okay. My body was trying to protect me. It felt unsafe, and that feeling still lingers. I honor how my body reacted. Someone crossed my boundary. They didn't ask, and I didn't consent. My body wasn't respected. My boundaries weren't respected. It felt wrong. It was wrong, but I didn't know what to do. I froze, and my body was protecting me. I didn't have to run. Maybe I couldn't run. That's okay. I didn't know. I felt unsafe. And that feeling still lingers. I honor my body and how it reacted. I feel so violated. I feel confused. I feel angry. Maybe I even feel a little ashamed. But I did nothing wrong. I have every right to feel what I feel, even if others dismiss it. It mattered to me. My body knew something wasn't okay. I'm still holding that memory. And I gently acknowledge it now. There may be a tightness in my chest. Breathing may be hard. I feel a little confused. This lingering tension that's in my body. This fear that it might happen again. So I allow myself to begin to let it go. Bit by bit. Breath by breath. It's safe here. I am safe here. I don't have to carry this pain forever. I honor it and I allow it to move. My body is allowed to heal. I am safe here. I am safe in this moment. I get to decide who touches me and who doesn't. I get to decide who tells me what I look like. I don't have to listen. It's not their place. My boundaries are sacred. I don't own, I don't owe anybody access to my body. My body is mine. I reclaim the right to say no. It's safe to speak up. I am learning to trust myself again. I'm allowed to protect my space. And my space is safe here. That moment doesn't define me. I am more than what happened to me. I am strong. I am wise. And I am growing. I choose to step into my power now. It is safe to step into my power. I am safe. This is a safe place. I trust my inner knowing. I am grounded in truth. I choose to feel whole again. I am reclaiming my body, one breath at a time. I'm allowed to take up space, and this space is mine. My voice matters, and I'm allowed to voice it. My body is wise. My body is healing me now. I forgive myself for not knowing what to do. I thank my body for keeping me safe. I am the protector I needed. I honor my journey and my healing. I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Take both hands over your heart. Not you, Kelly. If you're driving, do not take your hands up the steering wheel. Take a deep breath in. I am safe. Exhale. I am free. Inhale. I am safe. Exhale. I am free. Inhale. I am safe. Exhale. I am free. Okay, one big breath in. Slide your arms down, hands down your arms. Just come up to the top and rub down. Come back up to the top and rub down. And breathe. Oh, Susie, I love that smile. Okay, does anybody want to share? Did your numbers come down?
Allie, this is the first time that I've actually ever yawned during a tapping.
Okay, so you released something.
Yes.
Awesome. Awesome. Kelly's got her hand up.
I'll turn the video off, that way you can hear me better, but I think this is helping me clear, because the last couple of days I've been working through like what happened last time, and just, you know, like a lot of body boundary type of issues that had come up from what people had said to me, or feeling uncomfortable about what people were saying about their own body, and then me feeling self-conscious. So thank you. This is helping a lot.
Okay. All right, Carrie?
Hi. I'm finding more and more that as I do these tappings, that I start with one event, but then I find that I'm like a whole series of events that had the same sense and feeling kind of come forward. And I'm wondering if you can speak to that at all. Like how
That's
to
normal.
handle it. Okay. Well, I know
What you need to do is have a piece of paper and pen handy. And when these thoughts come up, write them down, okay? And then clear it over there. It's on the paper for later. Go back to the thing you were tapping on first. A lot of times these memories and things will come into your head because your subconscious is trying to block you from feeling what's going on right now, what you're tapping on. It feels like it's been keeping you safe. It doesn't want to deal with this. Let's shove it down. Let's not think about it. And when you start thinking about it, your subconscious will start putting other thoughts in your head, other memories to try to pull you away from what you're tapping on. So
yeah, but
tap,
it doesn't feel like they're other, I mean, they feel like they're on the same continuum of the violation.
okay.
So it's not like it's a distraction. It's just that it's almost like it's a string. You know, it's like,
Mhm.
okay, here's a violation with a certain person. And then I get this whole string of events of all the different times that it happened.
Yeah.
And so I don't know. Okay, maybe.
No, it's okay. I
Yeah,
was just giving you an example of what can be the reason.
yeah.
When you're tapping on one thing and then more come up, still same thing. Write those down and go back to the one you started with. Clear that one, and I would bet you that the rest of them will clear too.
Okay.
If they don't, you've got them written down and you can go back, tap on each individual situation
Yeah, no, I'm
until you.
finding that a lot of it clears. It's just
Mhm.
that it didn't used to be that way. It used to
Well,
be like there was one big charged and I could focus in on it. And now it feels like maybe the charge isn't quite as high for that one specific, but it like connects to all these different things. So anyway, thanks for letting me explore that a little bit.
that's normal, okay? What you're
Yeah.
telling me is normal. It happens. And a lot of times when you clear stuff, your subconscious mind has all of this stuff buried, and more things that you didn't even know about will come out. Things that
Yeah.
happened when you were real young, you're like, whoa, where'd that come from? And you remember it now, but why now? It's been buried all these years, and you've cleared off a layer of something, and then this layer comes up. And then once you get down to the little ones, they seem to go away in a string, like you're saying.
Mhm.
You're
Thank
tapping
you.
on one thing, and then all the strings are, oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. There's an, oh. But then when you come back to the one that you originally started tapping on, the rest of them just seem to clear. But
Yeah.
if they don't, that's why I say write them down, because if you
Yeah.
don't write it down, you won't remember them.
Right.
Okay?
Okay. Yeah, that's
All right.
great. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that. That's great. Michelle.
You know, doing all of that, what seemed to come up for me as I was completing it is this terrible fear of upsetting everybody by getting upset, by pushing someone away or by getting angry. I felt like I felt like that's been throughout my life. I'll be in a bad situation and I want to find a way to solve it without blowing everything apart. And I feel like that's what I was standing there and like, that's what I wanted to do was scream. But if I screamed, everybody would have stopped and looked, and that would have been horrible. And so I'm just like sitting here going, how do I deal with all of that?
That's just another fear, and the tapping should help with that too. A lot of times, we have fear of saying no because it's going to upset other people. Fear of telling because it's going to upset other people. Fear of telling because all eyes will be on me. And those are natural fears when there's been a violation. It's your body's way of protecting you, Michelle. You're not alone there. Okay?
So do I start just tapping on each of those fears? Is that what I need to
Mhm.
do?
Yep, just what you just said to me about fear that people are going to look at me, jump on that. Then fear that they're all going to hear me, or fear of me saying no, they're going to get mad, or they're not going to believe me. All of these things that your brain is pushing out, write them down and tap on each one of them, because
Okay.
they are fears and they're legitimate fears.
Okay.
Okay,
Thank you.
even
Yeah.
even as an adult, you will have people have these kind of fears. Fears that people are looking at me. Fears that people aren't going to like me. Those aren't they're fears of all people, not just children. But because we were violated as children and we have all these traumas as children, it has come over into our adulthood and we're not able to handle normal fears.
No, thank you.
Okay, so thank you for sharing that, Deborah.
Hi, Sally.
Hi.
I want to thank, was it Brooke who asked about body violations, the things that you say to yourself?
Mm-hmm.
So thank you for that, because I never even thought about that. And this is essentially why I signed up for the program, is to stop that noise in my head, the inner critic, that my body's not good enough, strong enough, young enough, thin enough, tall enough, whatever. And so I did the tapping on myself, that criticizing myself, that voice, whoever said something to me didn't really matter. It's my own voice. And, being angry at myself for treating myself so poorly. So the numbers did come down, but there's still more work to be done. But I really appreciate that insight, because this has been a pivotal moment for me in the program. So thank you.
Thank you for sharing that. And this is where I try and I I really want you people to, voice your thoughts, your questions, because you're not alone. Brooke said something in the beginning, and look, it triggered Deborah. She had something. When you're saying something, you're not just helping yourself, you're helping everybody. This is a safe place. So you've got a voice, use it. And it's helpful for you. Okay? Cindy, go ahead.
Hi, I'm new to the program, so I haven't been doing this very long, but what I know,
Welcome.
thank you very much. What I noticed when we were going through this exercise, I just had a very strong reaction, sneezing and having to blow my nose, and it was a lot. And I'm just wondering, where does that come from, or is that a clearing of some sort, or what does that mean?
That was a clearing
And clearing of what exactly?
of something your body's trying to get rid of. Whatever you're tapping on, you're clearing it. Yawning, burping, crying, not tear crying, just tears, not emotional tears, they're just tears. Farting. Some people see colors, some people feel a chill, or your body, that's your body reacting. So the sneezing, that is a clearing. You cleared something.
That's a clearing. Okay, well, I'm glad it
Yes.
chose to sneeze and not fart. Thank you.
Yeah, anytime you feel a bodily function, a shiver, your body cleared something. Okay, so yes, sneezing, all of that. Thank you for sharing that, Cindy. Yes, your clearings can continue after you're done tapping, and drink lots of water when you've experienced some clearings like that. You may even feel really tired after a big clearing. Okay. Okay, you ready for some more? So you got one more question. Let's see what that was. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna close the chat up and let's go. All right, so if you cleared something and you had something written down, go to the next thing on your list. If you haven't cleared the one you were working on, just continue with that one, okay? Everybody all right? Drink some water. Shake it out a little bit. If you need to, start screaming, yelling, just just get it out, okay? All right. Let's identify the incident or the feeling. Feel it in your body. I'm going to rate the intensity. Okay, let's go. Even though my boundaries were violated, I feel, describe your emotion, unsafe, angry, hurt, confused. I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though my boundaries were violated, and I feel I deeply and completely honor myself and my feelings. Even though my boundaries were violated, I feel and I deeply and completely accept myself. Tapping through the points. This feeling of my boundaries being crossed. I feel unsafe, angry, hurt. Didn't feel safe when it happened. I'm upset my boundaries weren't respected. It's hard to trust my boundaries will be honored. I feel tension in my body remembering this. I wish I could have protected myself better. I acknowledge this pain and these feelings. All of this feeling of my boundaries being crossed. I feel this in my body. Didn't feel safe when it happened. Doesn't feel safe when I think about it. So upset my boundaries weren't respected. How can I ever trust that my boundaries will be honored? I feel tension in my body remembering this. Almost like I feel it happening now. I wish I could have protected myself better. I acknowledge this pain and these feelings. I'm open to feeling safer in my body. This is a safe place. I am safe. I'm open to feeling safer in my body. This is a safe place. I honor my right to set boundaries. I choose to respect and protect my body. I am learning to speak up for myself. It's okay to have boundaries. It's safe to have boundaries. I can heal from this experience. My boundaries are important. I am reclaiming my sense of safety. I am safe. This is a safe place. I'm reclaiming my sense of safety. I am safe. Even though my boundaries were violated, I am learning to honor myself. Even though my boundaries were violated, I am learning to protect myself. Even though my boundaries were violated, I'm learning to respect myself. Even though my boundaries were violated, I am safe now. This is a safe place. I am safe. Take a deep breath in. Hands on heart. Deep breath in. Fill yourself with love. Hold that love and exhale. Breathe in. I am safe. Exhale. I am safe. Rub down your arms. And reach back up to your shoulders. Rub down. I am safe. I am loved. I am protected. Deep breath in. Tapping on the side of your hand. Even though my boundaries were violated. And I felt powerless. I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though my boundaries were violated. And I felt powerless. This is where I am right now. Even though my boundaries were violated, I deeply and completely accept myself. Tapping through the points. This feeling my boundaries were crossed. This is what I feel about what happened. It's not okay that my boundaries were ignored. But I'm holding on to this in my body. Part of me feels unsafe. Part of me feels disrespected. It's hard to stand up for myself. I'm afraid they'll be angry if I say no. I'm afraid somebody will be angry if I say no. I'm afraid they'll all look at me. I'm afraid they'll all judge me. I worry about saying no. I worry about speaking up. I want to protect my energy. I want to protect my needs. Even though I'm afraid of conflict, I set these boundaries. I still honor my feelings. Even though I worry about being judged or rejected, I choose to respect myself now. It's okay to say no, even if it feels uncomfortable. I'm allowed to have my needs met. I'm allowed to have needs and limits. I'm learning to set healthy boundaries. I'm learning to say no. I can communicate my needs with confidence. Setting boundaries is an act of self-care. Setting boundaries is an act of self-respect. Setting boundaries is an act of self-love. I am safe to honor my limits. I am safe. This is a safe place. I am safe. Setting and implementing boundaries is a form of self-love. You're not required to set yourself on fire to keep others warm. I am safe. I am love. Setting boundaries is a form of self-love. And I love me. I respect my boundaries. And I expect others to. Take a deep breath in and release. Anybody have any shares? Okay, well, let's keep going then. You okay, Susan? Michelle, you okay? Jen? Everybody doing okay? Let's do a little head shake. Okay. All right, tapping on the side of your hand. Even though my boundaries were violated, and I feel I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though my boundaries were violated, I deeply and completely honor myself. Even though my boundaries were violated, and I feel I deeply and completely accept myself. Tapping through the points. This feeling of my boundaries being crossed. I feel unsafe, angry, and hurt in my body. I didn't feel safe when it happened. I don't feel safe thinking about it. I'm upset my boundaries weren't respected. And it's hard to trust my boundaries will be respected. I feel tension in my body remembering this. I wish I could have protected myself better. I acknowledge this pain and these feelings. I'm open to feeling safer in my body. I honor my right to set boundaries. I choose to respect and protect my body. I am learning to speak up for myself. It's okay to have boundaries. I can heal from this experience. My boundaries are important. I am reclaiming my sense of safety. Even though my boundaries were violated, I am learning to honor myself. Even though my boundaries were violated, I'm learning to protect myself. Even though my boundaries were violated, I'm learning to respect myself. Even though my boundaries were violated, and I did not feel safe, I am safe now. This is a safe place. I am safe. I am loved. I am respected. Hands on your heart. Breathe in love. Exhale peace. Breathe in love. Exhale peace. Breathe in safety. Breathe out peace. Rub down your arms, releasing it all, letting it all go. I am safe. I am loved. I am respected. Take a deep breath in and love yourselves. I hope this helped a little bit.
Thank you. That was
See,
helpful. Thank you.
okay, Lorraine says, if you don't have any physical reactions, are you still releasing things? Yes. You may not feel them right away. Like, who was it said that they had, I think it was Tracy said she had never yawned. How long have you been tapping, Tracy?
Just for a couple of weeks.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead, Brooke.
I could, as we continued to say very similar language all the way through, it felt like my body was hearing it more and more, and I could just feel it. You know, the stress level just kind of kept dropping and dropping and dropping.
Mhm.
I don't think I've ever repeated that many times the same language, but it does make a difference, and I
Yeah, I've
thank you for
never
that.
done it either. I just was trying. I have never done the body boundaries without on my own. I've used other people's scripts and things, and it was like I was so stressed out about doing this. I said, no, just do it and just pick it. And yeah, it was working. I was feeling it, repeating, repeating, repeating. Yeah.
It's like it's rebuilding those new pathways in the brain because we're
Mhm.
continuing to hear the same language again and again and again, and that's what it takes, right? It's that repetition for that rewiring to kick in. So good job on that. That worked
Thank you,
out really
Brooke.
nicely.
Thank you, Brooke. Thank you, Brooke. Okay. Let me see. Good, Christine. Yep, good. All right, those of you who are in Thrive, remember tomorrow the buddy Q&A is at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Any questions you have about the program, concerns you have, or suggestions, please bring them and I will answer them. I've got all the answers right from Brittany. We did a Zoom, her and I, so I got it straight from the horse's mouth, per se. Okay, guys? Keep tapping.